Alrighty, everybody. So, the new Buu Redzone stage just came out, and I was looking at some posts here and there, and I saw that apparently a lot of people, or at least from what I saw, correct me if I'm wrong, people on Global are kind of struggling with this stage compared to JP, because obviously we have all the ninth anniversary units. Like, this stage, I would say, is kind of in the middle of, like, it's definitely probably, like, one of the harder stages on Global right now, but it's not necessarily ninth anniversary like Supreme Battle Spectacle level. So basically, like, for us on JP, I could run like Beast Gohan, Blue Gogeta, UI Goku, Evo Vegeta, and like completely trash this stage. But on Global, obviously, you guys don't have those options, so it's a little bit harder for you guys. So just before we start, let me go ahead and switch over to the stats of this Kid Buu. So let's go ahead and do this. So if we go look right here, so this first phase is basically like an automated phase. I'm not really sure, like, if you kill him in this phase, does it still go to this phase or do you just win? But basically this phase is 2 turns. He attacks 10 times per turn, and then basically the last attack on the second turn is guaranteed to be the super. And the super is going to be 2.27 million. So it's a big time super. Will definitely hurt you if you're not prepared to like go if you're not prepared to take it per se. Let me switch actually to English. There you go. So yeah, so that's the first phase. And now the second phase is where it gets kind of tricky. So it's normal phase. You can kind of tell like his damage doesn't seem to be that crazy, right? But this is the one part where it kind of ruins a lot of people. So this guy gets 5% attack with every single attack received. So basically, every time you attack this guy, he's gonna buff himself by 5%. He also heals 2% HP per turn, which is I think around like 8-9 million healing per turn. And then the last thing that's very annoying is he nullifies unarmed super attacks. So, and then the last thing I guess is you can debuff him. So the way I found best to fight this Kid Buu is you really want to bring units that A, debuff, and then B, also are not unarmed. So that way you can, even though you are buffing him with attacking him no matter what, you can also debuff him, so that way you're kind of negating this from like getting too crazy. Because if you keep attacking him with attacks that are not debuffing him per se, and you keep buffing him and buffing him and buffing him, he will get to a point where like this super attack is like 3 mil probably. Normals are probably going to be above 1 million, and you know he gets a buff for the turn when he super attacks. So, and his cooldown is fairly short. Cooldown is 5. Does not say how many attacks he does per turn. It seems like it might be random, but yeah. So now that we got that out of the way, I was trying this team earlier and I got really close, and I figured I might as well just try to make a few runs at this team. So this team right here is what I'm using. Basically, the main strat of this team is we are trying to utilize the Z Duo's Spirit Bomb to basically one phase the Kid Buu. Because if you get this Spirit Bomb like supercharged and they crit on it or something like that, you'll basically one-shot him. I will say one of the downsides to this team in specific is these guys' 12 key is unarmed, so their additional supers will always get nullified, but their 18 key will not. I don't see it as that big of a deal just because these guys are stacking attack as well, so you can also use their Spirit Bomb later. Bulma is both weapon super attacks. One of them is weapon, one of them is not, but the good thing is that she does debuff on her 12 key. This guy is probably the MVP here. You probably just don't ever really want to transform him because from what I remember, on transformation he doesn't debuff anymore, right? Yeah, he doesn't debuff. He gets a stun, which you can't stun this Kid Buu. But in this form, it's unarmed and he lowers attack, and you can basically quad super with him. And then I'm bringing this guy. We'll see how this guy goes. This is my first run with him, but he does also debuff on 18 key. Both his super attacks are not unarmed, so he won't get countered. And also, he'll have his guard for the initial turn Actually, let me make sure, because doesn't he have to fulfill a condition? Let me make sure of that before we start. But he should have his guard for the first couple turns against the STR phase. Yeah, and there's another bond of parent and child, which we should have, right? This Gohan is on parent and child. Yes, he is. Okay, yeah, so we'll fulfill that condition. So he'll have his guard for the SDR phase, so he won't really get wrecked by that. And then, once we go to the next phase, he'll be against Int, so I won't have to worry about him taking damage. And then this guy's here for like defensive support, and he also debuffs as well. So without further ado, let's jump in. These are the items I'm bringing. I'm bringing a Whis, and I'm bringing the support memory. I guess the one thing is on JP, this support memory is a little bit buffed up because of Super Battle Road, but I feel like regardless, even on Global, even if you just have the level 1 version of this, you should just bring it because you're going to buff both the Gohans with this support memory. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm probably going to keep some of the animations off just so this video is not too long, because I'm trying to make this mainly as a guide video, so it helps people beat this easier. Okay, now these rotations are kind of awful, honestly. I kind of want both Gohans together, but at the same time, it's like, I guess I gotta do this. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to use a Whis right away. Like, there's a very slight chance we could live this turn, but I'm just not gonna risk it. We're just gonna use a Whis. Remember, kids, you are allowed to use items in this game. It does not matter. If you're just trying to win, I would say go ahead, pop those items, get your win in, and then, just move on with your day. I never got the whole stigmatism about, oh my god, he used items, the run doesn't count. Also, let me know if you guys, if any of you guys do play JP, is it just me or the additional super attack looks different now? Like, it pops up the screen of the character, but then it doesn't pop up the key meter on the top left anymore. So like, you kind of don't know anymore if it's a normal or a super. I don't know if that was intentional or not. That's a lot of damage, but I think actually that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, because I think we can just go into the standby right away with Z-Duo. Although I don't know if I want to do that. Would I want to do that? I'm trying to think here, because I would like to get like Bulma's active for them, just to maximize the amount of orbs we can get. And I feel like if I want to do that, I should probably not go into their standby, but at the same time, like, would I live if I don't do that? We'll give it a try. We'll see. This might end up being a quick death. Because, again, remember, all we're trying to do here is we're just trying to get past this phase of Kid Buu. Like, once we get past this turn, we're going to go into the Int Kid Buu. And we're just trying to get to that, honestly. We're not really trying to kill this Kid Buu, per se, because, like, there is a way, like, I think with, again, the 9th anniversary units, you could kill him. And I'm not really sure if it'll still go through to the Int phase or not. Yeah, like, you can see, like, he like, it pops up the little flash of the character, but it doesn't show, like, the key meter anymore, so you can't really tell. Maybe it's like, if I pay attention to the bottom, where the characters' circles are. Yeah, no, not really, like, it's, if I don't know, again, I don't know if that's intentional. I haven't read anything about the update that came out last night. So I don't know if they did that on purpose to make it like, ooh, like, you can't really tell anymore if it's a normal or a super. It makes it more exciting, or I don't know if that's just a bug, like a visual bug. Okay, yeah, we're dead. I thought they would take a little less than that with a Whis, but even with a Whis, they still took that much. Okay. How many attempts do I have left? I have 3. Okay. Let me jump back in real quick. I'm probably going to try to just cut when we go into Kid Buu. God, what are these rotations? Can I just Can I just please get the Gohans together? Like, is that possible? Okay. It's 2 hits at the end. Okay, that's fine. Let's use a Whis. Okay, so yeah. So I guess after we did that run, now I know we want to get the Z-Duo standby out as soon as possible, which I think we should be able to get it out this next turn because we know 17 takes, as we saw from the previous run, he does take quite a bit of damage even still with the Whis. So that should push us towards the threshold of the Z-Duo. So yeah, I guess like the luckiest situation for you to happen is you can get lucky and be able to hide the Z-Duo completely during this phase. Like get a turn where he's not attacking in the middle or something, and then you can just put him there. That would probably be like best case scenario, but other than that, you just have to hope either they're in slot 7, or you have to hope you kind of like take a bit of damage, take a bit of damage the first turn, so you can just immediately go into the standby. So let's see. Again, we don't have to worry about a super attack here because he doesn't super until the very end. That dodge might have hurt. Yeah, that dodge thing just hurt us. Yeah. Damn. I mean, actually, we might still be fine-ish. Damn. Yeah, because we can heal up a little bit with this. And then, as long as the GT Duo quad supers, or at least triple supers, they can probably eat those hits. Alright, yep. Yep. The dodge build is coming through! Alright. Bro, that's like, how many, like, that was 4 dodges? That's like 150k right there, because he was taking 48k per normal. So we just saved so much damage. Like, preferably... Well, actually, wait, I could have floated Gohan off here because I forgot he nullifies, he nullifies, Ki Blast super attacks. Which is what this Kid Buu does, is his super attacks like that basic, energy ball attack thingy, so... yeah, that is probably a misplay on my part, because I'm not floating off Tech Gohan, so I'm gonna have to float off this loser next turn. Does Z-Duo do 4 attacks? I hope they did. I guess we'll see. Alright, get some stacks in. Okay, yeah, I think that was quad super, so we should live this super pretty easily, because between the Whis and them supering, we'll have like 80% damage reduction or something. Yep. Alright. So let's see. So yeah, so we just go into this Kid Buu phase right away. We could stand by with them, but I don't think that is necessary. Do I want to use a Whis here? I don't think so, because I think between Gohan and Bulma debuffing, we should be okay. I mean, I guess what could happen here is if Kid Buu supers legitimately right away, that might be barely enough damage to kill Gohan. Hey, screw it. Let's use Luis. What? Let's not play it. Let's not play it risky. There's no point. Because okay, yeah. I think we needed Luis because this would have done barely, I think, enough damage to kill us. Because we only had like what 200k. So like that's probably like right around what Gohan would have taken from that is 200k. All right, Gohan, I need a quad from you here, buddy. Yeah, like, see, it just pops up the thing, and then it just, like, oh, hey, like, it's a super attack all of a sudden. Alright, now give me the other one. No. Okay, that's fine. So, we got 2 debuffs in there. Gohan's debuff is 20% technically, and, you know, he gets a 5%. So, technically, every super Gohan does equates to 5 attacks of Kid Buu getting buffed if the math calculates correctly. The only problem is you gotta also keep in mind, so Kid Buu's buffs are permanent, while our debuffs is only for 3 turns, I think, 3 or 2 turns. So if we get caught in a rotation at some point where like our debuffs ran out and we're like deep into this fight, oh yep, there's a nullification. Like if we get into a situation where our debuffs run out and we're deep into the fight, Kid Buu's attack will skyrocket because all the debuffs will wear off, and then he's going to be like supercharged basically to the point where he will just annihilate us probably with 1 hit. Alright, so let's go ahead and play this animation. I usually don't get this in videos. Let's go ahead and play this. Alright, so 17 here should be, yeah, she should be completely fine because he has his extra damage reduction and we still have the Whis. So now we just need to start collecting as many orbs as possible. I want to get the healing. How much does Gohan get from this? Okay, he'll get enough, so we'll give this for him to heal up, and then we'll give this to him to do his damage. Yeah, so we should be not completely good, I would say, but we should be mostly in the clear now. The optimal rotation that we would maybe want to set up is Z Duo, GT Duo standby, and then the last character would be Bulma's active skill turn. If we get that set up, then yeah, we one-shot Kid Buu out of the stratosphere, which I think we are technically on the way to, because next, when we go back to this next turn with Z Duo, we'll get the GT Duo on rotation with them. And then the turn after, and then I can float off Bulma this next turn, so that way she'll be there on the last turn of the GT Duo, or the last turn of the Z Duo charging up the Spirit Bomb. So right now, basically, we just have to make it to that turn. If we make it to that turn, we win. Like that's basically all it is. That is all it is now, is we just have to make it to that turn. So I want to give her 7, so that way she gets the additional super to debuff. I kind of like, I would probably not want to give them too much ki, but at the same time, them supering equates to more def. I didn't float off Bulma. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, because I mean, Bulma will still help out the Spirit Bomb because we're gonna get her active skill. So we'll be able to like juice up the Spirit Bomb beyond insane. It's just it's more or less like getting her active skill buff on the turn with them. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's good. Okay, triple super by Gohan, triple debuff. We're gonna debuff on Bulma's 12 ki. It would be nice if Bulma triple supers here, so we get double debuff as well. Because as long as we keep this boy debuffed, he won't be able to damage us. Like even the GT Duo, as like kind of an old unit as they are, with their full damage reduction and him being debuffed as much as he is, he won't really be able to damage them. Yep, just keep those debuffs rolling. He hasn't supered yet, so he might super them here. But I think we'll be fine. I don't think he one-shots them. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I don't want to say anything quite yet, because for all I know, they might get supered here for like 900k, and then I'm just like, oh, okay. Alright, let's see. How much... Uh-oh, okay. I think they have their whole damage reduction. There's no way they die to this, right? Damn. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's what I get for not floating off Bulma. Because, Bulma would have been able to eat that, because she would have had guard and stuff. Okay, this is not really looking too good for a guide video, but I mean, I think this team can work. It's just a little bit RNG. I still have 2 more runs. I'm gonna go to pause the recording real quick, and then I'll come back when I'm on Ink Kid Buu again, just so you guys don't have to watch through STR Kid Buu again. So give me 1 second. Alright guys, so I'm gonna bring him back on this turn because this is my final attempt. I had one run where I got, like, again, horrible rotations, jumped in immediately, and then just immediately got destroyed. So this is my final run. If it doesn't work out here, I might have to wait until tomorrow to finish this video. I'll probably, like, jump back in tomorrow and then just add the clip of me winning to the end of this. Or you might never see this video, but if you are watching this and, you know, hearing me talk, then you are watching this video, so I guess it did go through. I still haven't decided, but I'd say more than likely, though, I'll probably, if this doesn't end well, we'll just hold on to the clip, or clips, I guess, and then I'll finish this video tomorrow. We should be, like, so we just used our last Whis on this turn right here. I guess the one thing I might have to do just to be safe is when we get back to this rotation, I might just go into the standby with the other GT duo, because the GT duo cannot eat a super, like, just plain and simple, they cannot. So as we, you know, saw previously in this video, and I think, like, we can get his health low enough to where we don't necessarily need the absolute, like, most perfect rotation per se to set up for the Spirit Bomb. Like, I think Bulma's active being on the same turn is going to be enough to basically shoot that thing into the stratosphere. So yeah, 17's got, yeah, because 17 has like 97% damage reduction on this turn, so we're completely fine with him. I'm gonna grab those with him just to heal up a little bit, and whatever's the most amount of orbs, give me that. Yeah, so I think we should be fine, because we just gotta make it through this next turn, which, again, I might just use, because we're gonna have Gohan, GT Duo. I might just use the GT Duo standby on this next turn, just to ensure that we live, because if he ends up supering, like, the final slot again, like earlier in this video, and hits the GT Duo, I mean, like, they died earlier with a Whis, so they're definitely not gonna live without a Whis. Like, normals might be too much for them, so I think I'm actually forced to use the thing next turn. So yeah, this should do nothing, because we have 97% damage reduction, plus we have him debuffed a little bit. Yep, absolutely nothing. And I think also we should be able to use Beast Gohan's active on this turn too, so might as well pop the GT Duo to get extra damage. Yeah, alright, so let's go ahead and play. The only thing I'm not going to do here is transform Tech Gohan. That's the only thing I'm not going to do, so let's go ahead and turn these animations on, and let's go ahead and watch this.
元気をみんなの元気をくれこのままじゃオラ死ねねえんだくそー頼むぜカカロット俺に力をくれお前らああ今度は僕の番だまたんこ殺法
Alright, that was a good amount of damage there. So let's just go ahead and grab as many orbs as possible, because we are going to die on this turn, obviously, because GT Duo has no defense at all. There is like I guess there is a slight chance here, like if physical Ultimate Gohan goes crazy, like triple supers, and then we also crit with the G, because that GT duo has stacked quite a bit. So if they crit on their Spirit Bomb, that might be enough to kill Kid Buu. Although I would personally like to finish it with the Z duo Spirit Bomb, just because it's it's canon. But there's a chance here we might, depending on how this goes out. Like if Physical Ultimate Gohan drops the ball and only does one super, two normals, then yeah, we're not gonna kill for sure. But if he triple supers here, he will do a lot of damage. Yeah, like 18 mil into 14 mil. Like okay, Gohan, and he did the massive damage from the active skill. Okay. Yep. All right, he showed out. Yeah, so yeah, I think either this G2 Duo Bomb will kill, or we will simply just kill him next turn. Unless this actually, this might just kill us right here, which is fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so this is exactly why we use this.
貴様の負けだ。まだまだ死ねねえな。おめえをやっつけるまではな。宇宙のみんな、オラに元気を分けてくれ。サンキュー、宇宙のみんな。行くぜ。
Normally I would be annoyed at that if that's what if I wanted that to kill, but I actually didn't want that to kill, so this works out perfectly for me. So as you can see, we're already at 77 thingamajigs here. So let's not even delay. Let's just go ahead. 'Alright, yep, so we get the support buff, we get all these delicious orbs, which will push us to right about 100. Oh, and then we got, when we got lucky, we got another 7. So our Spirit Bomb is charged up to 107, and he has half a health bar left. So what do you guys think? Are we're gonna kill here, or are we not? I think we're gonna kill here. Bye bye, Kid Buu. Oh my god. That was so overkill, but screw this boss. Taking a screenshot of that. That is so canon. Alright. There you go. So, this team is not perfect, obviously. This took me all 6 attempts. Well, actually, I was trying a different team for the first 3 runs, so this took me 3-4 attempts to get this off. You kind of just have to get a little lucky with rotations, maybe a little lucky where he supers. But basically that is like the strat, is you're trying to get the Z Duo standby out as soon as possible, like either turn 2 or turn 3. And then you basically just charge it up, and then I think it's like you can do either, like obviously the dream would be Bulma and GT Duo standby, but you can do either or. And then honestly, even if we didn't have Bulma's standby, or if we didn't have Bulma's active right there, with him only having half a health bar left, I could have probably just launched the Spirit Bomb right away, and we still would have killed. So I would say there's definitely, you can probably find some room for improvement on this team. I would say, like, GT Duo, Z Duo, Bulma, and Tech, Z Sword, Gohan, those are like mandatory, I feel like. But the last two, you can probably change them out. I was thinking about running like Omega Shenron low-key just because he debuffs so much, but at the same time, I think him not having other GT bosses, he would probably get slapped up quite a bit. But he does also have the revive, so you know it's there's a give and take there. So let me know what you guys think. I hope this team maybe helps just one person beat this stage on global. You can tell me in the comments if this team is absolute ass. Again, it's not perfect, but I tried my best to not use overpowered JP units that we have right now. I don't think, and again, I don't think they're gonna release content to where it's gonna be 9th anniversary level or even more than that. They're not gonna do that until worldwide. I feel like once we hit worldwide is when we'll start getting because by then global will have had 9th anniversary, so we're all gonna be on the same plane pretty much. So we'll be able to get like Supreme Battle Spectacle like level stages again. But this Kid Buu is, I would say, is like right in the middle, to where he's not quite there as like a super absurd boss for JP, but in terms of global, this is definitely a hard boss, I will say. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.